What's better? Gurney Kami here, and this is my review for Bleach chapter 542. This is me, or sorry, the blade is me. So to start off, I'm going to apologise again for not having one out last week. No excuses really, I just never got around to it. But anyway, I'll get on with this anyway. So yeah, the chapter starts off pretty much where it left off. It just after Zangetsu disappears, Ichigo goes to grab the sword, and he's saying that he thinks back that everything Hollow Ichigo said and everything Zangetsu said was true or something like that, and basically he's saying that it doesn't matter what happens. Basically, the two of them are still gonna be with Ichigo. He says even if some things he said wasn't true, he's still gonna want him to be part of him because he has helped him out. He's helped him throughout all of his fights, and that basically he's not going to let him help anymore, and he's not gonna let Hollow Ichigo stop anymore. He's gonna fight by himself. I don't really know what he meant by that, because he's talking about how they're always going to be together, and yet he wants to fight by himself. It doesn't really make his fights, and that basically he's not going to let him help anymore, and he's not going to let Hollow Ichigo stop anymore. He's going to fight by himself. I don't really know what he meant by that, because he's talking about how they're always going to be together, and yet he wants to fight by himself. It doesn't really make sense, you know what I mean? But either way, this chapter was very short, by the way. So yeah, that happened, and then he goes to grab his sword and he picks it up, and I didn't like this part simply because it took ages. It took up half the chapter. Basically, it just shows all the water disappearing. It took like 3 pages. And showed everyone's reaction, so that's fine and all that. And they're like, Ichigo, why are you grabbing it? And then Oetsu just basically says that's because it means it's done. That's how you know it's done. And then he asks Ichigo how it feels and to have 2 Zangetsus. And we see badass Ichigo pose with two Zanpakutos, one long one and one short one. And I gotta admit, they look pretty fucking cool. So that makes Ichigo the 3rd Shinigami now to have dual-wielded swords. And now, I know some are gonna say, but there's 4. Hisagi's one. I'm sorry, but I don't really consider Hisagi one, because if he was, Yamamoto would have mentioned it, and it's not like Yamamoto didn't know Hisagi Shikai. I'm sure he did. So the fact that he never mentioned it could be that just that Kubo decided to give him one last minute. But I think he still would have had some explanation for it if that was the case. But no, I'm still considering Ukitake, Shunsui and Ichigo the only ones to have dual wields Zanpakutos. Now I know you can make the argument, but that's saying that Shunsui had 2 swords in his seal state. True, he did, and that's like the biggest indicator. But Ukitake only had 1, don't forget. It's the same with Hisagi. When Ukitake and Hisagi release, then they get 2, and even then Shuhei's I don't even consider 2. I know it's still connected like Ukitake's is, but they're not swords per se, I guess you could say that, whereas Ukitake's kind of are. Another thing people have been saying, it could be their Zanpakuto spirits, but the reason there's a problem with that is because, yes, I know Kubo did design or help design the Zanpakuto spirits in the anime, but in the manga after that even, Shunsui has said his Zanpakuto as she or her, never they. So, you know, unless you're just talking about the one specific one that does a certain thing, maybe then, yeah. But until we get any confirmation on that, then it's not the dual spirits as well. But I still don't consider Hisagi a dual wielder. I just don't really like doing that, you know. I think it's better to keep it with just the 3 of them. So yeah, we see him with the 2 pretty cool swords. And then we cut to the Ice Palace, I think it is. It hasn't been given a name. Basically Quincy headquarters. And we see the army lining up and Juhobok saying that he has some news for everyone, and then the chapter ends. Last part was very interesting because I'm curious to see what it will be now. And it looks like they're getting ready to attack again, so that'll be cool. Or maybe he's gonna like say Ichigo is finally awakened his Quincy powers or something like that, and he's gonna send someone out to test him out, and he'll probably send Ishida, Quincy headquarters. And we see the army lining up and Juhabok saying that he has some news for everyone, and then the chapter ends. Last part was very interesting because I'm curious to see what it will be now. And it looks like they're getting ready to attack again, so that'll be cool. Or maybe he's gonna like say Ichigo is finally awakened his Quincy powers or something like that, and he's gonna send someone out to test him out, and he'll probably send Ishida. I think that'd be pretty fucking cool. Alright, that'd be badass actually. Kinda hope it does that. But yeah, so the chapter ends there, so not too much happened. We kind of just get to see his news on Pakto and the Van der Eyck prepare for something. So I think after this, maybe it could be possible that Ichigo could get some training using his two swords, either from Shunsui or Ukitake. I think it'd be more likely to be Ukitake because I think Shunsui would be busy as Captain Commander, and so something like that I can imagine will happen because it would make sense for a dual wielder to teach Ichigo. So, and Rukia would obviously be part of that training as well, I'd imagine. I wonder if Rukia and Byakuya are healed yet actually. Because they were in the pool just as long as Ichigo and Renji were. I can understand if Byakuya's not, but Rukia she wasn't that badly injured. I mean, she got what, a cut in the back, it's fine. Should be okay by now. But I also wonder, is Ichigo going to go to the next Royal Guard now, or is he going to go back to the Soul Society? Because, well actually, I killed myself there. He could go to one of the other Royal Guards to teach him how to use the dual wields, or maybe there is a dual wielder there as well. Maybe Yamamoto just decided not to mention that, or he just plainly didn't know. So I'm interested now to find out. Got myself quite bad. I'm interested to find out if he'll have training with one of them or Ukitake. I think it'd be even cooler if it was Ukitake, to be honest, because we need to see more of him. The only fight he's ever really got was against Stark and Lilinet, and that was about it, like, you know. So I do want to see more of him. He's a cool character and he deserves more panel time, you know. As for the Van der Eyck, my opinion on that, I think it'd be pretty cool if they send out Ishida. Now, I also would not complain about another attack. I think that'd be pretty badass. I think though if they did attack, they'd probably lose. Not everyone now, but I think they'd lose quite a few people now that we've got new and improved Kenpachi, we've got new and improved Ichigo, new and improved Renji. They're all going to be pretty powerful. Shuhei's practicing for his Bankai, but of course Bankai's not exactly the most helpful thing here. Since, well, a few captains have lost it. I want to go back to Kamamura. What the hell is he up to now? After the whole grandfather thing. I'm curious to see what's going to happen there now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I give the chapter 8.5 out of 10. I would have given it 9 if they just didn't have those wasted pages of just showing water disappear. All that could have been done in half a page. Seriously. Page max. He wouldn't even need that. Like, I mean, 2 pages will do now. After the whole grandfather thing. I'm curious to see what's going to happen there now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I give the chapter 8.5 out of 10. I would have given it 9 if they just didn't have those wasted pages of just showing water disappear. All that could have been done in half a page. Seriously. Page max. He wouldn't even need that. Like, I mean, 2 pages was ridiculous. But other than that, I know he was just wasting time so he can kind of have the ending be with the with the Van der Eyck. I mean, yeah, fair enough, but could have put something else in there, you know, maybe shown what one of the other characters are doing, Renji even, or talk even a bit more. That would have been fine. But yeah, that's the end of this chapter. 8.5 out of 10. Like, comment, and subscribe. Just grin comment. I'll talk to you later.